So this piece was cut in half. See this red thing in the bone? This is called marrow. Now, long ago, when there was only skeletons for humans to eat, they cracked the inside with stone tools, and inside was the marrow, and the marrow tasted and had a lot of nutrition, had a lot of proteins. So next time when you cut this, maybe you should taste the marrow when you cut a bone in half.
Why did the protein help human?
Because his humans need a lot of protein to get their bones strong.
I heard that the brain development had something to do with eating meat. The more protein meant more higher brain power, bigger brains. Is that true?
I think it's true, but some other evidence makes me think it's some kind of thought, just made up thought. And as you can see, it's redder than the outside than normal. Well, you can find it when you don't cook meat. When you cut it in half when it's raw, you see the marrow. But there's also another thing that you can find in meat. When you go down inside the meat, there's something inside. It's made of muscle, which is made up of proteins. Each fiber is cooked together like electrical cables. When you heat that, and the fibers contract, squeezing all that water that is mostly inside. The more you cook it, the drier the meat becomes. So let's take a turkey. So a turkey, like this, a raw turkey is made up of 75% water. It's very lethal to eat because of the bacteria growing in it. So of course you gotta cook it. The problem is that takes hours, and all that heat can evaporate the water right out. So there's one way to do this. Not to use the seasoning injector to inject them in water, right? Which you may have seen David Pogue use, right? And the way to do it is, you may see in some videos on YouTube, is that in some recipes they brine. You can not only can you brine it in plain water, you can also brine it in salt water. The salt is heat for a juicier turkey, so the salt is going to make the muscle fibers to expand and makes more room and leave gaps in it, right? This will let in more water, and the way the water moves through the skin is because it moves through a process called osmosis. Osmosis is where, and even though the chicken has a membrane, the H2O gets moved through the membrane from the high concentration of the water to the low one, so they're in balance. So that's about meat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.